Hello students, today this video is on the topic of excretory system, that is of class 7 standard. Okay, the topic is human excretory system. Okay, so this chapter is also there in higher classes, in class 11 also it is there, so that discussion will be different. This is exclusively for class 7 standard students. Okay, now human excretory system. Before getting into the detail of the system, we must know what is the excretion. What is excretion mechanism? Okay, it is a process by which the waste products from our body, the toxic substances which are produced in our body, okay, are removed out from the body. That mechanism is called excretion or excretory process. Okay, now so excess of all the wastes which are are excreted out from our body, if they are allowed to accumulate in the body, okay, they are harmful for us. Okay, so a lot of infections to the damaging of the organs, so many things can happen. That is why it is a requirement of our body to release or to excrete out all the toxic substances from the body. Okay, now what are those toxic substances or the waste products produced in our body, that we have to know. What are those? So if I categorize them separately, okay, what are those? We will see first, urea is one. Number two, uric acid. Okay. Number three, ammonia. These are the major waste products. These are also known as nitrogenous waste products. Remember, these nitrogenous waste products, they produced in our body by breaking down of excess of the amino acids, or you can say breaking down of proteins. If our body gets excess of proteins, okay, which are not required by my body, which is not a demand for my body, excess of nothing, excess of anything is not required by my body. Okay, now these excess proteins are broken down in the liver, and then we get these nitrogenous wastes which are harmful for us. So if we allow them to get accumulated in our body, in the liver, that is going to create a lot of problem with our body. Okay, so these are nitrogenous wastes. So major source of nitrogenous, to remember this, the source is protein. Okay, protein is required, but excess of protein is definitely harmful. They are going to produce this nitrogenous wastes. So these are we found in the liver, broken down amino acids are in this waste in the liver. Apart from this, what else we see? Apart from this urea, uric acid, ammonia, then we see bile pigments. Bile pigment. Now where these bile pigments are found? They are also found in the liver. They are a part of a bile juice that is produced by the liver again. Now how this liver produce this bile, means how these pigments are coming in the bile of the liver, that also we must have a little idea. Okay, bile pigments, remember that biles are produced by the destroyed RBCs in the liver. Okay, now as a result of this breaking down the destroyed RBCs, we get the bile juice. Now bile juice also has importance. Bile juice have some salt like sodium bicarbonate, which is used for a digestion purpose, but the pigments which are produced are not required by my body, by our body. It's not required. So these are wastes for our body. They should not be allowed to be accumulated in the liver for a long time. They needs to be removed out. Okay, we can see the trace of bile pigments in the urine also. Understood? So there are many few example I am giving of the bile pigments. One is bilirubin, Okay, another is biliverdin. So these are the two common bile pigments found in the liver. So these are also part of our excretory wastes in the body. What else are considered as excretory products? Apart from this, water. Obviously, excess of water. Okay. So excess of water is very much a requirement of our body. We need water. Okay. Without water, remember, excretion system will not be possible. Understood? So the kidney, which is the actual organ, excretory organ in your body, kidney cannot function in the absence of water. So a certain amount of water is required by my body, but excess again is a waste of our body. Okay, my cells also require water. Understood? But then excess of water is a waste for our body. So they also need to be removed out from the body. Okay. What else apart from this? Apart from this, you can say excess of salt. Okay, excess of salt. For example, we used to take what? NaCl in our food, right? Sodium chloride. So remember, this sodium chloride is actually useful for us. Okay, sodium and the chlorine separately, they are important for us. For example, for our nervous system to function properly, okay, sodium and chlorine is very important along with potassium. Okay, but then again the same concept, excess of sodium chloride again is can create problem in our body, so that also needs to be removed out. What else? Number 7, excess of vitamins. Okay, so see, it's not that vitamins that normally we have a concept in the mind that vitamins we buy from the market, we take it separately. But remember, vitamins are also found in the foods, the vegetables, the foods we intake. Vitamins are also there. So vitamins are getting in our body by through the foods. Now excess of vitamin if entered in the body, that is again not required. Remember, out of all the components required by my body, okay, the least amount which is required is of the vitamin. Understood? So excess is not required. So for example, vitamins like vitamin B, okay, vitamin C, okay, these are the vitamins, water soluble vitamins mainly, which are released out from the body, not required by my body. Excess of deposition of this kind of vitamins are not required. Okay, so these are the different wastes that are supposed to be released out, excrete out by my body. Okay, now if I to say about the excretory organ in the body, in the human body, then obviously it is the kidney. But apart from kidney also, there are some other ways the wastes can release out. Okay, see, these are the wastes which are released out through the kidney, no doubt. Okay, but apart from this, remember, sodium, excess of sodium chloride, excess of water, these are also released through our skin by sweating. Understood? So sweating is another mechanism to excrete out the waste, the excess of the water and the salt mainly. Now one more waste is produced in our body. Okay, we are not considering here because here these are the list I have made which are directly excreted through the kidney. Okay, so one is there, that's called CO2, which is also produced by our body, and this is also waste for us. This also needs to be removed out. So lungs plays important role here to exhale out the carbon dioxide from our body. Okay, so we are considering this in these lists because the lungs part is there. We are now going to discuss about the kidneys, okay, which actually excrete out these components, the toxic substances present in the body. Okay, so let's get into the excretory system. So if you can list down, if you can note down this one, it will be helping you a lot, this information. So now let us see the system, excretory system. So excretory system, what it composed of? We see a pair of kidneys, then a pair of ureters, what else? An urinary bladder, okay, and then an urethra. So these are there in our excretory system, okay. I'll be drawing a diagram to show you all these parts there now, okay. So if you can practice with me while I am drawing, you also draw with me in your copy. So this will help you to learn how to draw it, okay. Very simple way I am going to draw this, not very difficult diagram. Two bean-shaped kidneys are there, bean-shaped kidneys are there. So simple to bean-shaped structure you draw two kidneys, okay. And then from the kidneys what happens? Urinary ureters, two ureters, they come out from the two kidneys, okay, like this, and then they are going to join with the urinary bladder. So one urinary bladder is present here, okay, like this, where they are going to connect. Clear? And then urethra. Simple, diagram is done, okay. So kidneys, ureters, urinary bladder, and this is the urethra. That's it. So it will take hardly 1 minute for you to draw this. This is the excretory system present in our body, okay. Now these kidneys, where are they found? Now you can add one more thing here, two more things you can add here, that some blood capillaries also comes and connects with the kidney, okay. So if I can draw them, okay. So these are the two capillaries there. We can name them as renal arteries, okay, or blue color, so renal vein, because red we will show about the arteries, okay. So renal arteries are there, and this one is the bigger one, where the arteries are, veins are connected here, okay. So we can name them as inferior vena cava, okay. And now if I connect the arteries here, okay. So this one is the renal artery, and the bigger one, this bigger one is the larger one size. This one is the abdominal aorta, the larger aorta, abdominal one, aorta. Okay, larger artery. So these renal arteries actually they carry the blood into the kidneys. Okay, so into the kidneys they are taking the blood, and the blood gets purified in the kidney. And then what happens? The purified blood, once it is purified, that blood goes out through these veins, and it connects to the inferior vena cava there, which connects to the heart, our heart. It takes blood into the heart. Okay. So this blood carrying the blood into the kidneys, where blood gets purified, the wastes are separated, and the pure blood is released out through the veins, through the inferior vena cava to the heart. Okay. And now these wastes which are separated from the blood, okay, that wastes come out through these ureters. Okay. So I am saying it again for you. This is taking the blood into the kidneys, where bloods get purified. The pure blood released out from the kidneys through this renal vein connecting to the vena cava to the heart, and the waste which are coming out from the blood, they are going out through this ureter and going to the urinary bladder. So the wastes which are coming out of the kidney, that is nothing but urine. That is nothing but urine. Okay. Now that urine comes out through these ureters and goes to the reach to this urinary bladder, where the urine gets deposited, accumulated for some time. Okay. And then through urethra it releases out of the body. Okay. So this is how the structure, the system of our kidney that works overall. So this diagram, I want you to practice this along with the labeling. It's very easy, not very tough. Okay. Now after this, I'll be showing you inside of the kidney. The kidney inside, how it's look like inside a kidney. Okay. The next diagram. Well, see. If I see the kidney here, suppose it's a kidney. Okay. Now different colors I am going to use here. Okay. There we see, let's mark a particular area. I will tell you why I have marked this area, and I am going to draw here some pyramid shaped structures. Okay. Okay. These are the pyramids. See, now the area this is the outer area of the kidney. Now this part you look, this area which is free. Okay, this area is known as the cortex part of the kidney. Cortex means outer part, periphery. And this area, from the area inside we see these pyramids are present, this area inside is known as the medulla. Medulla means actually towards inside. Now the pyramids which are present in the medulla region, they are known as medullary pyramids. Medullary pyramids. Okay. Now what are present inside these pyramids? This is now important here. Inside the pyramids we see some lines. Some in the book you will see this kind of linings are there. Okay. Millions of these kind of linings you will see inside each pyramids. Okay, these are the most important part of the kidney, known as nephron or renal tubule. Okay, or renal tubule. Clear? So nephrons or renal tubule, these are the basic structural or functional unit of kidney. Very important, because these are the sites where actually the urine formation takes place. I mean the actual blood purification in the kidney that takes place in these renal tubules, the nephrons. Okay, we are going to see the anatomy of the renal tubule also. Okay, so this is what the diagram, and then what happens is that these renal tubules, they come out of the, sorry, let's use the same color here. They come out of the kidneys like this, means they are carrying the waste product that is coming out of the blood. Okay, that's a urine actually, that's a urine. Okay, so these urines, they come into this area, this free space. Okay, now what happens, one more thing, I forgot to mark one important part here. Remember, this outer part of the kidney, this membrane is known as capsule. Okay, now see, the urines get accumulated here. Now from here, what is going out? The ureter, if you remember. Okay, so this funnel shaped structure at this area, okay, this area is known as pelvis. So where all the urines, the waste from all those pyramids get accumulated here. Okay, through the nephrons, and then it is coming like this through the ureters. Another side of the kidney was there, the same also comes like this. I have shown you one kidney, another kidney was there, is there. So same urinary, the urine that come out through the ureters, and now they are going to deposit in the urinary bladder. Okay, so this is the basic diagram of the kidney along with the nephrons and the ureter. Okay, and here we see the connection of the veins and arteries. So let's first draw the arteries there, which is carrying the blood into the okay, so it is carrying the blood into the kidney. So renal artery, if you remember. Okay, and this is abdominal aorta. I'm not labeling it this part now. And then after purification, the blood that goes out, okay, so the blood that goes out through this area, okay, and this part is the renal vein. Okay, and then the wastes, they come out here. So what comes out here? Actually it comes out here, the urine. Blood enters, goes into the nephrons, it is purified, the blood goes out, and the waste that goes here into the bladder. This is all. Now this kidney, do you know where exactly it is located in the body? It is located at the back, lower back side of your abdomen, on either side of your backbone. Two kidneys are there. The right kidney is little lower location in compared to the left one. Okay, it looks like this. Why the right one is little lower side? Because of the presence of liver. Our liver is here, it's the largest organ in our body, and then we see the kidney there. So it is little lower location, the kidney, because of the size of the liver at the upper side. Understood? So there we see this kind of two kidneys present there. Okay, practice this diagram also. Now the next one is, as we have seen the lines present in the pyramids, okay, medullary pyramids, what we have seen there, the nephrons. So I am going to show you the nephron now, how it looks like actually. Okay, I should have drawn this from little left. Okay, now from here, okay, see, this is how exactly the nephron look like. This part, this cup shaped structure, okay, this is known as Bowman's capsule. The labelings are very important. Now within this Bowman's capsule, here we see some blood capillaries, finer blood capillaries are present here. Okay, blood capillaries are present here. These are known as glomerulus. These are nothing but blood capillaries, okay, which enters and also which release out, going out, okay, and this is known as the glomerulus. Clear? Now this whole part is the actual tubule. This part, this structure, only this area is known as the PCT. It means proximal convoluted tubule. Okay, let me see whether the name is there in a book or not. It's not there, so big name is not required for you to remember. Only remember this part is the PCT. Okay, this area is known as the U-shaped structure. This is the Henle's loop. Okay, again this curve comes here. Remember, this part is known as the DCT, distant convoluted tubule. If you remember the DCT, will work for you. Okay, and then here this one is known as the collecting duct. So the whole one is the nephron, the renal tubule or kidney tubules. These are present in millions in each of these pyramids in the kidney. Okay, and now what else we see here? Remember this. We see here the blood capillaries wound around here. The arteries and veins are there. Okay, so they comes here and okay, there's the arteries here. So the arteries comes here and they spread over all these and then they go out. Okay. We also see the presence of veins here. We also see the presence of veins here. Okay, these are also there. We see the veins here. They go out. Okay. Now this capillaries which are spread over the kidney tubule, they have this important function. The functions, the detailed mechanism of urine production, the filtering process, we will discuss in our next video. Okay, this is the system where the urine is produced. The whole thing, the tubular structure is the nephron, which is present in each of our kidney pyramids, the renal pyramids. If you remember, the medullary pyramids, the same thing. You will see this nephron present. Okay, so first you draw the whole tubule, starting from here, this convoluted, then U shape, then this again convoluted, then this one. Then at last you will give this capillaries there, spreading over. Okay, so practice these diagrams. I hope till now whatever we have discussed I have discussed along with the diagrams. Okay, I hope it is understood. Practice the diagram so that it will be more better understood. Okay, so note down all the important things and then you go and study the textbook. Your concept will be much better. Okay, so wait for my next video where I will be discussing the mechanism how the urine is produced in the kidney. Okay, so thank you so much all of you for watching the video.